Hello, everyone! You have one guess to figure out who this is. If you didn't guess Mr. Toast, you are very wrong. It is I, Mr. Toast. We are back for some more Mario Kart. This episode is going to be post-commentated, so that is why I am commentating in post. Yes, you should have thought of that as well. I will be playing as Luigi today in the Super Blooper because Luigi is cool and the Super Blooper is alright. So, my first race is on Peach Beach, and I absolutely fail at the beginning. I try to start snaking and just get stuck right behind the finish line. Wonderful. So now I'm in 12th place at the start of a race, which is not awful, but it is not preferred. I want to hold this bullet as long as I can because I don't like using bullets, but I'm going to hit this duck, so I decide to use my bullet. And this bullet brings me all the way up to 4th place, basically 3rd though. Unfortunately, I'm getting bumped all over the place. For some reason, I mean, it's Baby Mario. Baby Mario shouldn't be able to bump me. This red shell. Oh my goodness. I forgot about that red shell. Okay. Mario throws a red shell at me. And he passes me at the same time. And the red shell still targets me. This is not how red shells should work. Ah! Okay. I got a golden mushroom, which is good. Golden mushrooms are very good on this track because it allows you to cut off most of the water. And, I mean, there was no water because it was at low tide, but the computers never take that route that would put them in the water if it was high tide, so it doesn't even matter. I am now in 1st place. Look at me. Let's go. 1st place. I get a fake item box. Fake item boxes are not good, so I'm just going to ditch that as soon as I can. Nobody really likes a fake item box. I get shocked here. Oh, that's a shocker. Okay, anyway. I'm still small, but I do have triple bananas now. Triple bananas are very nice, as I've probably said multiple times throughout this series. They're very nice. Now I've just got to avoid anything that is powed out of people, and that is a guaranteed 1st place for me. What a great way to start off 32 races, am I right? Yes, I am right, because I said so. Okay, now we have Mushroom Gorge. Now this one's interesting. For some reason, people pass me at the beginning. I never understand this. Maybe it's the car that I'm choosing. Who knows? I get a Thundercloud. I try to pinpoint Mario here. I miss. And then I hit his banana, which is unfortunate, so I decide to stop to hit someone else, and I hit Baby Peach. Yes! I do not like Baby Peach. Almost hit that fake item box, and I pull a golden. Now, a golden is very good on this track. There is a very specific spot where you can use a golden that is incredibly nice, and I will showcase it up here almost before Waluigi bumps me off. But you use it on the 2nd mushroom to the end, and then take the gap jump, which I actually make this time. Oh boy. And then I do the side shortcut. And look how much time that saved. I was in like 3rd, maybe? And now I've got like a 5-second... Well, okay, the shortcut saved about 5 seconds, is what I wanted to say there. Now I'm in 1st place with triple bananas. Like I said, is a very good item. So I will just be holding onto these for as long as I can. Red shells are not very good on this track because there are so many mushrooms. And so they never actually really hit you. Because chances are, if a mushroom's tracking you for long enough that you notice it, it will hit a mushroom. The only real spot to get hit with red shells is at the finish line section, and then at the section where you go into the cave. For some reason, I'm an idiot here, and I fall off the edge. I am not looking forward enough. Drops me to 3rd place, which is unfortunate. Mario's got a pretty big lead now, so I don't know if I can catch up. But Peach dies here. Cool. And I hit this fake item box. Not cool. I get triple bananas again. Triple bananas are not as helpful in 3rd place because I want some offensive items that I can throw forward. Unfortunately, the shock happens, which would have been really nice, but Mario survived the shock. And the reason that that's unfortunate is because if you are over the mushroom section and you get shocked off, the respawn point is really far behind. So you can gain a lot of time if someone falls off there. And unfortunately, I get red shell at the end, so I drop to 4th place. Oh, for not... Okay, I will... I was going to say for not driving that track badly, 4th place is not good, but I drove that track pretty badly, as you saw. Ooh, water. Now we got Moo Moo Meadows. Moo Moo Meadows is a nice track and a fun track, and I get bumped all over the place in the beginning. Ha! But it's okay. It's alright. I do not have an item, but nobody's thrown an item at me yet, so I can just kind of coexist with everyone, become one with the iris, whatever words you want to say here. I pull a red shell, which is nice. I'm going to throw it at Baby Mario if I have the chance, but he has bananas, and I can just pass him without throwing the red shell, so I decide to do that instead. And sometimes I like to back a red shell here. Let's see if I do it. Oh, I do. I don't know if... doesn't look like it hit anyone, but that's okay. It's just kind of a crowd control sort of thing. Waluigi's getting pretty close to me, but he messes up a little bit, so he gets pushed back. So I'm in first place with a banana and a green shell. Not too bad. Not really bad at all. I get this amazing hop sequence that gets me right in between those two grassy knolls, I guess we'll call them. Knoll is a fun word. Right between those grassy knolls. And usually it's pretty hard to go in between those with an outside drift cart or bike. But I managed to do it pretty well here. And for some reason I decided to go in between these cows. It does work out for me, but that was much closer than I anticipated it being. And you'll see on this final lap here, I don't have as much luck with the going in between these two grassy parts. I just completely miss them and go into the off-road instead, because off-road is important for people to enjoy and appreciate whenever they possibly can. Yes. Alright, so the next race is on Coconut Mall. Is this the track where I want to talk about the thing? Yes, it is. Alright. So, I did not get off to a good start. I missed the trick, and I will also miss this snipe up here. Donkey Kong just, like, barely misses it for some reason. Normally I would get that. And then this trick here sends me off into the wall, which is unfortunate, but I do manage to get the right escalator, so at least something is going for me, right? I take the right path, because the right path is the best path, and I almost get this snipe off. I expected the fake item box to bounce just a little bit more than it did, and then this thundercloud, I'm going to hide from it using Waluigi as a shield. Don't worry about it. He does that all the time. We're best buds or whatever. My name is in his name. That's close enough. For some reason, I think I can sneak in between the car and the curb, and I do not. I just get wrecked. Very unfortunate. I do manage to pull triple mushrooms here. Now, triple mushrooms in... Was I in second when I got that? That's almost unheard of. Except, then I get shocked and then powered. So I don't get to use any of my mushrooms, instead of being awesome and catching up a whole bunch. Here a blue shell comes, I believe. Yes, blue shell. Which is very nice. Usually blue shells are harbingers of death for me, because I'm in first place. But luckily I wasn't there, so, you know, that's awesome. Now, a lot of people have asked me, maybe like three people have asked me why I don't include clips of me getting first as often as clips of me just like getting wrecked by computer players. And the reason for that is that I think it is more interesting to be surrounded by computer players. I think I have more interesting things to say. I think I have more interesting things to do than if I'm just front running. Like, as you can see here, nothing really too exciting has happened to me while I'm front running. I mean, I missed a mushroom that was on the ground. Cool. That's about it. But if there's computers around me, then I think more interesting interactions can occur. And so that's why I usually include me being worse at the game than me just kind of speedrunning. If you want to see me being a tryhard and going as fast as I can, I do stream every so often. It is not like any sort of a regular schedule at the moment. I would eventually like to get it to Mondays and Fridays, streaming in the afternoons. We'll see if that actually happens. But back to the races. We are on Mushroom Gorge again. What? Mushroom Gorge again? What? I've never done this before. You can't include two of the same race in the same video. That's heresy. No, it's not. It's me. It's Mr. Toast. Hi, how's it going? I'm gonna get some water real quick because my throat is dying. Okay, so that red shell. Unfortunately, I did not get any item that would block that red shell. Instead, I get a fake item box, which, as we all know, is the worst item to get in first place. I get a fourth place item, and it is a thundercloud. That is worse than a fake item box, unfortunately. I try to pinpoint Bowser here, and I do manage to hit him, but Waluigi just kind of rams me into this Goomba. Thank you very much, Waluigi. I thought we were friends. And so now I am in 6th place, going into the second lap. 5th place, actually, because I passed little tiny Bowser. Oh gosh, am I gonna sneeze? I hope not. That'd be weird on camera. On recording. Whatever. I'm in 4th place, I have a mushroom. And as anyone who has seen this series knows, or at least seen Mushroom Gorge on this series, there's only one thing I can do with a mushroom, and that's go for the gap jump. And I got pretty lucky last time with the golden mushroom, but usually I don't make it because I forget to jump. So we'll see if I make it here. He's going for it, and he forgot to jump. Wonderful. So now I'm in 3rd place, and you'll start to see that I kind of lose my grip on the race here a little bit. I make a couple mistakes. First of all, Peach gets an item here, and she backs it immediately, which I was not expecting. So I decided to throw this red shell forward, which is a terrible idea. And then I almost hit this fake item box that is on the mushroom. Had it not been for Donkey Kong, I would have hit that and then died. And then also up here, Diddy Kong almost bumps me off. Oh, that was very close. And I decided to use my mushroom here because I'm probably going to fail the gap jump. Now, Baby Mario gets blue shelled. I drive straight into the blue shell radius, and that was not an accident for me. Because he was getting blue shelled on the mushroom, I knew it was actually faster for me to just kind of get hit and then immediately recover from the blue shell explosion. And I do get 1st place on this race, which is wonderful. I probably shouldn't have, given how many mistakes I had. But, you know, whatever. Alright, so the next race is Moo Moo Meadows again? What? That's right. I included Mushroom Gorge twice, and now I'm including Moo Moo Meadows twice. What are you going to do about it? You can't do anything about it, because I already recorded this, and it already exists. So, at the beginning of the race, I get triple mushrooms, which is by no means a bad item. So I use one here. That's the best spot on this track to use a mushroom. And there's also another spot that I'm going to use my second mushroom, but I get red shell. And the fastest way to recover from a red shell is to use a mushroom, so I decided to do that instead. I managed to go in between those two grassy knolls again. Awesome, I'm in 1st place, and there's a thundercloud after me. I give him some girth to work with, and I bump him for good measure. So now I'm in 1st place with mushroom. I decide not to hold on to this mushroom because I think it's unlikely there's going to be a blue shell. So I just use it at the shortcut, and now I have a very large lead. Probably about 7 or 8 seconds. I do manage to go in between the grassy knolls again, and I'm in 1st place, front running it up. Yes, so Pow comes. See, I have less interesting things to say when I'm in 1st. That's at least how I feel, but, you know, you're still watching. Unless you aren't. Oh, that'd be confusing. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now I have a very large lead, and there's not really any pressure for me at this point. I mean, I can just kind of calmly go off this ramp, go in between the grassy knolls, and get 1st place. Just like that. Wow, that was incredible. Ooh, yes, Luigi, you are number 1 in our hearts. Speaking of Luigi, here's Luigi Circuit. Luigi Circuit is a track that was made for Luigi, and it is a circuit. That's why it's called Luigi Circuit. I managed to wheelie bump Baby Peach here, as you can see. Wonderful. She deserves every single bad thing that happens to her this race. And I get in 1st place with a green shell. Unfortunately, this red shell somehow bypasses my green shell. I don't know how that works, so don't ask me. I pull triple mushrooms again, lots of triple mushrooms this set, and I take the shortcut. Now, a lot of Luigi Circuit is just taking that shortcut. So usually it boils down to whoever can take that shortcut the best every single lap wins. And the good thing about playing against computers is that they don't even know that shortcut exists. So I can just take that shortcut every single lap and probably get first place. But we'll see if I do. If I take it this badly, where I hit a pipe and then the wall and then have to crawl out of the off-road, then no, I probably won't get first place. But we'll see. So I'm in first place. That's a lot of saying first place. I'm in first place with mushrooms, so I'm going to just hold onto this until I can do the shortcut again. And I don't know what happened to Mario there. It looked like he got powered, but he obviously didn't, because I didn't either. Maybe he got bombed. That's probably what happened. I take the shortcut, and that was a beautiful shortcut. I could not have done that shortcut any better had I tried really hard. That car is really loud. Oh well. Just pretend that you can't hear it, and pretend that I'm a professional who actually closed their windows before they started recording. Anyway, Mario Raceway. I am going to go hit the good luck wall because I enjoy having good luck, and I enjoy hitting walls. So that is two of my favorite things right there. And I've mentioned this before, but the true good luck wall is to not use any items. So I will be attempting that for most of this track. I think I do cave in and eventually use items. But the best is to not use any items and to still catch up and get first place. It's very hard with suboptimal vehicles, like the Super Blooper, to catch up to people. I mean, if I were on Mach Bike or Flame Runner, this would be pretty easy. But I'm not. Donkey Kong bumps me right into this fake item box. Thank you very much, Donkey Kong. I dislike you. So which brings me back to 12th, but just for a split second, I can get back up to 11th. And now I'm in 10th with a star that I'm not using. Cool. I want to avoid this bullet, and I should have avoided that banana, but I guess I did not. Taking this turn, pretty standard stuff. Mario has a pretty... or Waluigi's in first. Waluigi has a pretty big lead, which is kind of unfortunate for me. But then the shock happens, which normally would not be good if I was holding a star, but I wasn't going to use the star anyway, so it's alright, it's okay. Unfortunately, I did not take advantage of the shock well enough, so I am still pretty far back, and Mario now has a fairly large lead over where I currently am. So I'm going to go inside these bananas. And up here I see two ground shrooms, so I'm going to go hit them, but I do not see this green shell that's coming for me. That just kind of wrecks me right after I hit the mushroom, which is not good. So Donkey Kong is in a Mega, and he just barely misses me. And at this point, I'm like, well, I'm not going to get first place. Might as well just use the star and see what happens. And I use the star, and I get up to second place. And I can see Mario. He's right there. But I, unfortunately, do not have enough to take him down, and I get second place, which is alright. Second place is not bad for not using any items and starting in last, especially on this track, where it's very item heavy. And that is all the races that I had to show you guys today. Yes, so if you enjoyed, you can do those regular YouTube things that you already know about that I don't have to tell you about, because you've seen probably one of my other videos. If not, why are you watching the 24th episode? That's kind of random. Anyway, we're not done here yet because we have unlocked King Boo. Now in the next episode, episode 25, I will be using King Boo. Thank you all for watching. Dear Lord, thank you for today. In 2 Corinthians 7:14 you say, "If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and heal their land." Lord, help us to humble ourselves today, and to come before you in prayer and in humility. your name I pray. Amen.